Hi, my name is Amani Young, and this is my Critical Issues and Solutions in Urban Education presentation. I hope you enjoy it. The critical issue I chose was the deficit model. So, what exactly is the deficit model? Now, imagine you're an urban youth in school, and your teacher is always commenting on the negative things that are happening in class. Deficit perception is when teachers maintain negative assumptions about students. Educators who assume that their students will not achieve due to their different attributes are operating from a deficit perception and set their students up for failure. How can we blame our students for their shortcomings? Where do these perceptions come from, and how can we help educators recognize when they are using it? Let's examine the background information on the deficit model. During slavery, African slaves were considered property like chairs and clothes. And then after slavery, studies were done that proved African and Hispanic brains were smaller and less competent than white Americans. Lastly, once that was improved, the idea was that if we all work hard, there's an equal chance for us to be successful. The deficit model brings into account that we all have the same equal opportunity to achieve the same goals, like depicted in this picture. Some of the primary issues that come with the deficit model is one, inadequate education, and two, people having to throw their culture away for acceptance. Another issue that comes with the deficit model is behavior problems. Here we have the percentages of out-of-school suspensions being 32.3%, with Hispanic students being 29.1%, Black students being 34.1%, and students with learning disabilities 46.2%. When examining PARCC math scores, we see that only 37 students are scoring proficient, with only 7% being Black students and 12% being Hispanic students. Who is affected? The students, of course. Students have feelings of being invisible in the classroom, as well as not being afforded the same opportunity to be successful as those that they will be competing against when they go to the higher level. Not only are students affected, but educators also face the stress of behavior issues in classroom, and administration deal with the resulting low test scores. In the following video, I will show you Christopher and Bean in what I think might be a solution to these problems.
Educators have agnosia in the sense that they have a cultural agnosia. They can recognize brilliance when it looks like them, but they can't identify it when it doesn't. And a cultural agnosia has permeated the field of education, particularly with youth of color. And it's so insidious that we don't even recognize that we have a disease. But guess what, y'all? I got a cure. Y'all want to hear the cure? The cure is being ratchetdemic. To be ratchet and academic. Now, who knows what it means to be ratchet? I know we're in a fancy, schmancy place, but some of y'all know what ratchet is. You ain't saying nothing. But to be ratchet is to, let me find an academic definition for ratchet. To be ratchet is to exemplify all negative characteristics associated with urban spaces, right? To be loud, obnoxious. And also you can be academic and intellectual and be the pursuit of new knowledge. And we've constructed a scenario for young people that you either have to choose to be ratchet or academic. And because of that, they choose what's most comfortable and they believe it means that they can't be academic. So if we create new spaces in schools, y'all ain't with me. If you could create new spaces in schools to let young folks know that you could be equally as ratchet as you are academic. You could be as you are, but I want lower expectations. The rigor is still high. The standards are still high. But if you come in a little loud, that's okay. If you dress a little funny, that's all right. If you speak with a voice inflection, that's okay. If you're English language learner, you have a thick accent, that's okay. You could be who you are.
It is important that we take the time to get to know our students and use their strengths to help them build. With the development of policies, NEA's policy on observation and assessment helps teachers to continually reflect and gain feedback on the things that they are doing. Reflective self-evaluation, teachers have to look at themselves to see if they're responsible, open-minded, or wholehearted, and this helps stop the deficit. Through reflection and observation, teachers can start to examine themselves and deny the deficit model and begin using asset perception and find strengths in our students to help educate them. This concludes my presentation. Thank you.
Created using Powtoon.